This is a place where I ask for an apology for disappearing, right? Right? Honestly, you guys, this has been an exhausting couple of weeks. We have 2 weeks left. Yes, 2 more weeks left in September. And I can't wait for it to be over. This course is so intense. There's so much to do. And of course, if you want to package your entire blog and if you want to learn how to blog on Instagram in the first place in just 1 month, you're going at a fast pace. This is something that I knew and anticipated. It's just that being in it is completely different, and I just want to sleep and I want to eat ice cream and I want to be held. Okay, back to business. I mentioned before that it takes discipline. It takes immense discipline to run an active blog. You need to show up in stories at least 3 times a week. You kind of want to show up maximum 3 times a week because you want to have a break between the days for an algorithm to, I don't know if can we call it a reset, because when I post stories every day, they're not seen by as many people as when I post only every other day. That's the trick. At least right now, at least currently, presently, as of September 2024. We'll see how things go otherwise. So building the muscle, building a habit, being very disciplined about this blog, about showing up, about planning what you're going to be talking about. That's work. That's the work that we're doing right now. We're building that muscle. We're building that system. I am learning to create the scenarios for the stories every time I go out into the stories and tell people things that used to be random. It used to be something that I felt inspired to do in the moment, and that's why I loved it so much. It was so cool to share with friends. But it never felt like a conversation to them, and it never went beyond me just posting about my daily things. And here I'm coming with something that I want to bring up, something I want to discuss. I intentionally catch their attention. I create a story, basically. It's like writing a story. You need to use the elements of the what's the English word for it? This one, we're creating a little bit of an ups and downs. We're coming in closer onto the subject, and we're moving away from it. The same way you would shoot a video. You want an interesting video to watch. It needs to be not like this one where I'm just talking head and nothing changes, just me talking. That's why you can watch these while you cook or do something else in the house, or walk or drive. Just don't watch them when you're driving. And it's fine. But when we're creating a video that people will want to see every second of, there needs to be the change. And the same goes with the stories. We need to create that change. The in and out, the faster, the slower, to stop, pause, what's the main thought, all these things. Oh my goodness. So now that we know all these things, it's very hard to go back to posting random thoughts. I never want to do that anymore. It's just, I know that it doesn't work. It's not bringing me anywhere I want to go, and that's why I can't do that anymore. So learning those things about stories, creating those storytellings has been a big thing. And actually, I'm looking for some books after this course is over. I'm going to be looking into getting some books on visual storytelling. Not visual. Well, visual storytelling, I have some books, and I know a lot about visual storytelling. It's the blogging. It's how to create this live show, this basically live show, what your life is becoming when you choose to become an Insta blogger. The second thought I wanted to share today is that I'm having doubts I even want to be an Insta blogger. That's not true. These are just thoughts that I'm reading in the chat. A lot of people in the group, most of them are parents of several children who have full-time jobs, and they don't really have a business necessarily to run on Instagram. They don't have anything to sell necessarily, so they are definitely questioning whether it was a good decision to go into blogging for them at all, and that's fine. I don't judge them. However, for me, it's a chosen route to spread the word about things that I do, spread the knowledge that I possess, things that I know a lot about and don't see shared anywhere on the internet. Instagram is my chosen platform because I'm a visual person, I'm a visual being, and my professional is visuals. My profession is visuals. So Instagram is my chosen platform. That's where a lot of people are, and I feel like I can leverage, and I want to leverage it. So I am evaluating just how much time it takes for me to run this blog. I'm creating these stories. I've been writing a scenario today. I spent, I think, about 2 hours writing a scenario. It's not finished yet. I'm also learning how it works for me, because if one person can write a scenario and then post it right away just as they created it, that's great. I can't do that. I will always change things as I post. As I am working off of scenario, it's my kind of basis, foundation, and then I go, and as I post, as I choose images, I insert elements of humor or something else, or I move a thought out on a different slide because it feels like it's a lot. Once you're starting to involve actual story making inside Instagram, you want to change things. And then another trick that I've learned is I'm saving everything into the drafts. I don't post stories as I create them. No, I create them all inside the drafts. A couple of times I, by mistake, by habit, sheer habit of it, pressed the post and had to go and delete and recreate the story because I wanted it in drafts. And once the drafts are ready, right before posting, I once again run through them and edit them, because I will find something, either typo or the image has reset. By the way, there's a bug on Instagram where you create the overlay over the image if you want to get it darker or lighter or give it a color. It gets reset in drafts, so drafts don't save those layers. Hopefully they will fix it, because that's annoying. I use the overlays a lot. I wonder what other features disappear. So drafts are finicky. You have to know, you have to remember what you've put in there so you can quickly drop it on the layer and post the story. So the stories go out basically at the same time, within 10-15 minutes, depending on the length of the story. Obviously, if it's a story that's 100 slides, who's gonna want to watch that, I wonder. But if some people are interested and really want to watch, I guess they will. Then it can take an hour or two to post that story in a day, but they all go out in the same time frame, so that when they start disappearing, they also disappear at the same time frame. And people who are just dropping into the story next day to see what's up, they catch you in the middle of the conversation. They don't know what's going on, so you lose them, and you lose them for a long time. Next time they're not going to pop in and watch your stories, because it will be like, what's this all about? Okay, so that was long. And a third, oh yes, actually 2 more things that I want to cover today. I was watching another blogger from Dubai, and she is promoting some skincare that she's developed with her company, and they went to some conference, and on that conference in that area, on the other side of the world, all the talk is how in China everything that's being sold to people is basically being sold through bloggers. All other channels of advertising are I don't know if it's true or not, but I was thinking about how in the United States we don't really have this strong blogging movement on Instagram yet. So I guess that's coming in a way, although in China they have completely different social media, right? If there's anybody from China, please let me know what's happening in the country. I have a couple of friends, I should just ask. So I'll be busy doing that research. It's very interesting to kind of see if the trends are going to make it here, if something's going to change while the trends are trying to make it here, or we're going to get them soon, and when that soon is going to be. And the fourth and the last thought for today is creating the cycle, creating the sales cycle as a blogger on Instagram is extremely important, because that's what makes it sustainable. In two senses. First of all, you need the budget to advertise. You need the budget to grow. Growth happens only when you invest in things. You need a budget to hire people to help you grow, because once you start growing, there's going to be a lot more work and a lot more to handle, and you'll need a lot more therapy to handle all the attention that you're getting. For me, it's all about personal growth. I just want to get rid of all the cockroaches in my head. Yes, and another aspect of the sales cycle that helps you satisfyingly run a blog is people actually need to buy from you. So if you hold their attention for too long and then they're frustrated because they can't get a hold of you, they can't get what you're talking about, well, then you're gonna lose them to a competition. That's all. That's it for today. So building out a sales cycle is something that I'm beginning to think about. I was hoping to just invest in growth on Instagram, invest in creating content and packaging the blog without doing any sales for a while. We are so busy in our life with my husband for many personal reasons. Right now is not the time to launch anything. I actually stepped back from the business so I can learn the blogging, set myself up with new habits for Instagram, and just wait for some things to find their way to settle in our life when we can start working together on these things, next steps in the future. But apparently they're not letting me do that. In this course, we are creating the stories that are basically sales stories, and they need to be packaged into the blog so people know exactly how to work with you. Otherwise, what are they doing here? Why are you wasting their time and attention? Once again, thank you for checking in, and I hope you like these little snippets of my blogging education. I will continue with the next video. I hope to see you there. Please subscribe to this channel, and if you're looking for me on Instagram and want to check out all these stories that I've been learning to create and structure and structure, a lot of structure, I am irinaleoni.co, irinaleoni.co on Instagram. Find me, follow me, let me know how you like these videos, and if you have questions, please feel free to comment. I will use those as inspiration for more videos. There's a lot to say. I'm going through a lot of ups and downs too. The other day I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? Why? But that's life, right? So I hope to see you in the next video, and ciao.